Hello, hello, and welcome to the Guru Gaming Stream. I am your host, Guru, and we're back in, well, not in Pyro, but we're back in 4.0 preview. There's been a lot of talk and drama surrounding the preview, and a lot of people have been experiencing issues that come with, a new build for the game, a lot of growing pains, and I've been hearing a lot of talk
Welcome
about
to the ASOC
how it's
vehicle
affecting
retrieval
them
system.
playing the game. And I just wanted to kind of open up the forum for people to, have a place to talk about it and come and discuss, because I've been enjoying the game um, a lot, actually, myself. And but I can understand how some of these things are affecting people, and just want to get people's take on it. Had people come in and talk on the stream before about how it's affecting their gameplay. So I'm curious to hear from more people. Um, they made an announcement earlier to say they were turning off hanger spawn. So it sounds like they've identified where the issue is coming from, and yeah, so they're working on it, right? So what that means is,
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
you know,
Your vehicle
and
has been
again,
delivered to the follow.
I
Please
hate to
visit us
sound like a
again.
broken record, but I mean, I think people have to be reminded, because a lot of the things I hear people saying, it's still along the same lines as not really acknowledging the fact that this is, you know, all, you know, part of a alpha. Like as you can see right now, like things are spawning in. They're loading in very very slowly, right? But that's to be expected, right? It's not like, I also heard that 3.24, right, was running better, but if I remember correctly, 3.24 had a lot of issues before 4.0. And the 4.0 build that was, of course, running with less people um, during the EPT phase was definitely running a lot better, right? But that's why you push it to everybody and have them test it, because, and they've said this, they said it in the video, they said this in numerous messages, so it's not like we don't know this, right? But in order for them to really test the validity of fixes and systems and stuff like that, they have to push it to the live eventually. So expecting people to keep things in a live in a testing environment and not bring it to the true testing environment, which they call live. And again, I think, to be honest, I think at this point they should probably just change the verbiage that they use, because it's obviously causing a lot of misconception about what people are playing. Like, this is still the testing environment. This is the actual alpha environment. Anything before this is like a pre-alpha state, right? So, I mean,
Hello. How can Miss help you today?
I want to understand
Systems
why
on.
people feel like it should be perfect, because it's definitely not going to be perfect. And I'd be curious to hear why people feel that way, honestly. And I know the whole argument about how long it's taken for the development, but I mean, you can argue that about anything, you know, when it comes to a project, right? Any type of large scale project. Um, Now, I don't think anybody's like behind the closed doors of CIG to know, nobody in the general public to know how they're spending their money, right? So the money that they get seems to be being spent on them developing the game, and not just one game, but two games, right? Because I think people tend to forget that too. Like they're actually developing two games simultaneously. So Squadron 42 is in a good space. It's not in a finished space, obviously, but it's in a good space, right? We've seen some playthrough of it. Um, it didn't go through completely on the live version, but they did create one where they played through for the full term in another version. So yeah, even that is not in a finished state. So I want to hear you guys' thoughts. What are y'all's thoughts on, you know, the state of Star Citizen? How do you feel about it? Right now, I'm just gonna go out here and just do some. I don't know. I might do some cargo. I might do some. You know, with the Star Lancer Max, you can do a lot. So let me just try to do some of those things. If I can't pull up the missions, then obviously that's a thing. Oh, hey, look, missions coming up. Okay, so let's see. I want to go ahead and do my um, hauling mission certification. Start that going. Uh, where do I have to go? Let's see. Where do I have to go? Yeah. So I have to go to. That's one thing I don't like about. Oh, I actually got to pick it up here. Interesting. Okay, well, this is land. That's, that makes things a whole lot easier. Um, one thing I don't like about the Star Lancer is the view. But all MISC ships are like this. The industrial ships are like this. So it's definitely in character. But that's one of the things I don't like about it. Um, when I had the freelancer, um, that was one of my only complaints about it, which was just the limited view port on there. Gonna land, but we definitely have to go and get a. I need to do this anyway. I need to go get some multi-tools and put them in the storage. I may even put them in my ship storage. Let's test that too. Let's put some in our ship storage to see if that part works. Like if it'll persist past being stored and brought back out or whatnot. But hey, I mean, it's playing pretty good. I like to keep the chat off, so actually, I think right now it's on oh, the chat is just. See if it works in here. Nope. But it turned off that chat too, which tells me they're working on some stuff with the RMQ too, which would make sense because the message queue was causing a lot of those types of issues before, so maybe they identified an issue with that. I mean, I really do want to. I kind of want to be able to be on the development team because I really would like to see this playing out and be part of those discussions and help find solutions, you know, in a more intimate way, you know, not just by doing these things. Okay, so the chat is off to the local voice chat, which is good because I usually turn it off anyway. It's not good for other people, but it's good for me. All right, let's go to, not that, let's go here because we're already there. Excuse me. Let's get our, how much money do I have right now? Okay. About 150K.
I'm not going to explain it again.
I know I can. Look. Nice. See, that's a small little improvement that I noticed. They got the tractor beam right here instead of like the mining and the other one. I forgot what it was, but I'm gonna buy it from over here because I'm gonna buy multiple ones. This ore. Oh, they got the ore pods in here too. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. What is this? Is this a heavy? Okay. Let's do this. I didn't want a quick buy. I wanted to buy. Okay, that. 1, 2, 3. Buy. That. 1, 2, 3. Buy.
You hear about the latest Bandul raid?
So you
I
heard
try
what
not
she's
to let it
saying?
get to me, but
The latest
sometimes I just
Bandul
can't
raid.
help
And
think,
we were just talking about that last
what if
night.
it happened here?
How they'll
Yeah,
have
sure.
alien raids, right? Okay, so personal weapons, multi-tool, buy. I'm gonna do 10 of these, put that in there. And then we're gonna do the true hold, buy 10 of those, put that in there. We'll do the max lift, even though I'm not really planning on, and I definitely don't want to do that much. Let's see, we'll do 1. I'm just gonna buy one of those. See, I'm down to 82, but that's cool. We're about to go make some money. Got to spend some money to make some money, you know? How many can I put in? Oh, so they only take 2. That's good. Yeah, that's a whole lot better. A whole lot better because you can get a whole lot more in there. I'm glad they did that. Yeah, that's nice. The backpack space. The improvements they did with that. That's good. Nice quality of life. Hey, how's it going, soldier? Citizen here, doing my part. Oh, server error. There we go. Let's see. Well, yeah, I'm curious to hear everybody's thoughts about this. And I realize And don't get me wrong, you don't want to be complacent. You don't want to be overly optimistic when it comes to development. You want to be realistic. You want to have a healthy skepticism, right? Um, but it's all about testing, you know. So you want to test these things. You don't want to just make it where um, you're scared to move forward. You move forward strategically. So once you reach a point where you need to gather more data, then you take a calculated risk, right? And in this particular case, the calculated risk was adding the preview channel. Oh, look at that. That was quick. I didn't even get a chance to start my coffee maker. That's how fast that was. Okay. So, I still have my mission. As you can see, it's documented here. I think I want to go get some more ammo, though. I do want to get some more ammo. See here. He's floating. He's floating. Everybody's floating. I think that's because they're spawning in, or like when they spawn in a certain way. Let's see.
Hi, welcome to the
Personal
store.
Attachment. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy some of these. 10, 5. We'll do the compensators. 10, 5.
Hi, welcome to the store.
Five. Stabilizer. 5. Okay, so we got the P4 AR.
Hi, thanks for coming in.
10 by. And then we got the. Let's say I got the custodian. Yeah, I got the custodian. I'm not gonna pull my regular stuff out.
Hi, welcome to the store.
10 by. Alright. Good stuff. Excuse me, citizen. Fellow citizen. Hey, look. Now they're all down and walking. They were just spawning in. But, you know, and I know a lot of people can say the same thing, you know. When you've played this game from where it's come from and you see it how it is now, it's easy for you to see the progress, but it's also easy for you to look at the issues from a less critical eye. So I know that people who, you know, are new to it or, you know, otherwise
let me know if there's anything I can help you with.
You know, they look at things as, you know, from a no. They look at things from a standpoint of, you know. But I think the problem that people run into is when they start trying to like give it a timeline and say, oh, it should be here by now.
Welcome
right?
to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Because that's not necessarily
Please
true.
visit us again.
You know, setbacks happen, changes happen to the plans when it comes to, you know, development and whatnot. So It could easily be something like that. Let's go ahead and jump back in. Oh, well, yeah, I think I got everything. Well, no, let me get some ammo. I need to get some ammo. That's what it is. Let's grab some ammo. And I actually want to try to put. Can I put it on? I can. Nice. Let's see, I'm gonna put one on. Okay, can't put one of those on there. Can I put one of these? Yep. Okay, nice. And then stabilizer. None of these give stabilizer. What about this? No. Okay, cool. So then we'll go and do. We already got those. Oh, that's so much better. You can carry so much ammo now. That's nice. I actually want to change my gear, but I'm not going to do it right now. It's fine. We'll go with this. And I never really like accessorized my weapons and stuff like that. So this is kind of new for me. I got a org mate. He's pretty good with a lot of this stuff, but I've never really done it that much myself. Back. I want to move it to where I can actually like load up.
Hello. Systems on. Engines on.
All right. Sorry about that. Responding to messages. Yeah, so but yeah, I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I know you guys like to hear me talk, but I want to hear y'all's thoughts. I want to have a conversation about this. I want to, I want to build a community, around great games and great vibes, safe spaces for people to voice their opinions and thoughts, you know. That type of stuff is really important to me. I feel like that's further away from this than usual. That's interesting. Or is it I just haven't really been into a large hangar that much? You know? Gotta put this in there too. That would help. And what I had to do, it wasn't shooting at first, so I had to holster it and then bring it back out after I added it, after I had already pulled it out. What's cool about the server errors now, not resetting your missions. So like missions like this, because what was happening was when you started this mission, and if it like server errored in the middle of it, you would lose the mission, but you'd have the stuff, right? So it created like a whole bunch of extra entities in the world that weren't really tied to anything or have a purpose. And so the more of that stuff was happening, the more it would get bogged down, blah, 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 right? And so now when the server error happens and you don't lose your mission, right? You're able to continue. And I'm just moving them closer to the ship so I can, I guess I could have moved the ship closer, but I'm just moving it closer to the ship at the moment. Oh, it almost went through. As you can see, it's running. Phew, amazing. So a lot of the issues, I don't know if I don't remember seeing a update. I didn't have to download an update. So a lot of the issues that they were saying might have been tied to the hangar, because think about it, this game initially, like having an instanced hangar, right? In a game this size, that's pretty huge. And I talked about this a lot last night, but that's huge. The space in general here, is just on a massive scale, right? So Once they disabled that, it looks like it's been helping. Might even do some pyro content today. Just because I know a lot of people are curious about what you can do over there, but the only reason why I don't really want to go over there yet is because I'm trying to get my resources up first, because the way people are used to playing this game is not the actual gameplay of the game itself. You know, you have to be very strategic about your resources, about your time, and different things like that. So in order for you to really get the full experience over there, that's like, you know, what Pyro is. Because even with the PvP, I'm all for PvP. Like, I PvP in most games that I play, you know, just because I like the extra challenge. It's one thing to challenge the AI, right? It's another to challenge another human being. And AI has only really been able to beat humans in a very select few of games. And these types of games are not one of them yet. You know, not MMO RPGs. League of Legends, I think it was one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, so that's it. All right, so let's close her up. And let's head back. But yeah, League of Legends was one. I think the AI was able to dominate that. But other than that, you're not really going to see that in a lot of other games like this. Not saying it won't get there, because when you know, and I do testing with AI, right? Testing and quality assurance. That's one of the things I do. But when you talk about that, right? The main issue I see is the ability for AI to fact check itself, right? Like, it will hallucinate that it's correct in what it's saying, but it's not actually correct. And it doesn't have that faculty of consciousness to say, I don't really know what I'm talking about, right? So there's a degree of certainty that I should show in what I'm saying, right? It doesn't have that because it's not conscious. It's only, you know, it's only thinking. It's not conscious. So when you add all of that up, right, and you start thinking about that, right, what does that mean for the human being? Like, for you to be able to think and be conscious of your thought, right? You're not an animal. You're not instinctual in the sense that you have instincts, but you can actually override your instinct. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, someone who sees a child in danger and decides and sees the danger that the child is in and knows that they are putting themselves in danger too, your first reaction is self-preservation, which would make you hesitate to do that, right? But they're able to override that and to try to save the child, right? Like, automatically. Like, it's not the split second that you have to make that decision is so much shorter than how long it would take an AI to make that decision, number one. And for two, you are able to do that without being prompted to do it, right? Like, because a lot of times when I'm testing AI and I'm putting it in there, I have to correct it, right? No, this is not right. It's supposed to be this. Oh, okay, thank you for the correction. I will do blah, 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 right? And then after that point, it may still make that mistake, but at least it has more of a accuracy. The accuracy increases on how, you know, close to the the truth or the right way of doing something, like coding, for instance, the right way of writing some code, that is a lot closer, right? So it's just like teaching somebody, but the difference is, again, with a human being, that time, that specific time, and it seems counterintuitive because you would say, oh no, it takes a shorter time for AI to learn, and it does when you look at it from the standpoint of just the total time it takes for it to learn something. But if you factor in the fact that it's doing that thing so many different times that a human wouldn't be able to do it that many times, but a human still learns how to do it better than the AI in less times that it takes for the AI to learn how to do it that well. You see what I'm saying? So that in itself is a strategic advantage to the human brain, right? AI is not at that point yet, nowhere close. So anyway, let me get off of that because this is not a channel for that. We're playing Star Citizen. But we were talking about the AI in the game, right? So, you know, the contested zones, you got contested zones out there. That's pretty fun content. You're able to get some pretty cool stuff if you're able to go and do it. You know, you got your asteroid bases. That's some pretty cool content that you have to build up to. Of course, you got to build the rep to actually be able to go up there and do that from an official standpoint. But you can always go there yourself and do it. You know, you don't have to wait for that. But you just won't get like the rewards of doing it through an official capacity, right? All right. So now that we have it, I think we got to go down to Orison to
Shields off.
actually drop it off. So let's fly to Crusader.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Then let's go to Orison. Now, in my humble opinion, even though that's a lot of people don't complain about that part right here, like what just happened, right? But in my opinion, once they get to a certain point, the time what just happened will no longer be a step in the process. You won't have to like shift over, like fly closer to the planet just to be able to quantum into the atmosphere, right? Right now you have to do that, but at a certain point, I don't feel like you'll have to do that, especially if everything works according to the way that they're designing it to. Good screenshot right there. It's a good thumbnail. We'll make that a thumbnail. And give me some feedback because I'm really trying to improve the content of my streams. I've been meeting a lot of people that I can collaborate with. I've been collaborating and playing the game with other streamers and stuff like that, and I really appreciate them for, you know, their support and putting my my stream out there to their followers. You know, it means a lot to me. You know, I have a lot of fun on here talking to you guys. Yeah, so. We won't stay on here too long, but I did want to I just want to get all of my like assessment missions out of the way, so that way when I get on with people, I can go ahead and do like the actual missions and share them out. There was something that we were talking about last night, that you know, that I'm curious and I want to try out, because I didn't really notice it before, but apparently it was actually a part of the game before, but
Shields on.
I want to see for myself, you know. Which is the ability when you, because to my understanding, you were always able to share it, but it didn't really like make some consideration like you were actually providing backup, and the system apparently, so what that means, and the system that they're actually going to be implementing when it comes to that is where you get paid for doing the mission, but if you share the mission, as from what I understand right now, you actually do still get paid for that. So it's not that you don't get paid, right? So I don't know, I don't know, but I do want to check it out, and I want to see what they were talking about, because I'm curious like that. I'm a scientist. I like stuff like that. What am I doing? That's not what I wanted to do. Okay.
Engines off.
Just wanted to get a little closer. So yeah, stuff like the AI and stuff like that. I just remember being in the game and people were complaining about that. I'm just thinking about it. You have no idea like how hard it is, because people are so used to looking at like Unreal Engine and Unity, and seeing all the automated and how a lot of that stuff is just already kind of built into it. But when you're building like a game engine from scratch and not really using those types of tools, it's a lot that goes into it. And not just that, but the larger the scene or stage that your actors or NPCs are on, the greater the difficulty of the behavior of the AI, right? So and again, it's one of those things where people see technology from the standpoint of when it's already developed, so they have this misconception that it's easier than, they make statements like, Why don't they just do this and do this, right? Like, you know, like if it was that simple, like they wouldn't do that. Like that's just, I'm just thinking to myself, like if it was that simple, you really think they wouldn't do that? You really wouldn't think that they, you think they have some sort of vested interest in making this development? They actually lose money if this development goes longer. They don't gain money. That's a fallacy, right? It costs money every day that these servers are up, every day that they have to pay their employees, every day they have to pay their overhead, every day they have to do these things. It costs them money. Businesses cost money to run, right? They have crews spanning continents. They have, so that's tax. I mean, there's all kind of stuff that they have to do and they have to pay. Like, it's not just, you know, somebody sitting in the office, me, coding with Unreal Engine and Unity. It just, you know, all your bills you got to pay those anyway. So you know, it's not like that. You know, this is an actual business, right? So, you know, I just, you know, I hope everybody's having, you know, great holidays. You know, if you're celebrating any of the holidays that happen around this time of the year. But I just want you to, you know, just be grateful for the time you have with whoever you have to spend it with, even if that's just yourself. You know, be grateful for that. You know, be kind to people. You never know what they're going through. We've seen that in so many different instances. People pouring their heart out, doing their level best to be the best at whatever they're doing, and they're going through their own things. We're all human. We're all going through some of the same challenges. You know what I mean? So just be kind. And yeah, not everybody's going to go through the same challenges, right? But everybody does have challenges. So, you know, let's not try to compare it to each other, right? Let's not try to compare it, you know, because we don't want to diminish somebody else's challenges, right? Which goes both ways, right? Shouldn't do that for other people, just like they shouldn't do it to you, right? So yeah. Oh wow, look at that. 50,000 just for that. That's not bad. That's good. That's actually good for a beginning contract. For the time that it takes for you to do it, that's actually really, really good. I'm already up past 100. Look, and then boom, 30 more. Jeez, that's a lot. Okay. Mercenary. Direct solar medium. Wow, 89 ACU. Of silicone, okay. Curious, what's the highest that I have access to right now? 55? Is that the highest? So you could literally, and if you got into the game and you started doing hauling, you could make you a good living, right? You could easily average. See, they kind of give you like the time estimate here. So like about an hour to do this one, you know. So in an hour, 55K an hour is not bad. I don't know what universe 55K an hour is bad. You know what I'm saying? Like. That's pretty good, you know. Yeah, let's do a little math. Let's do a little math. So we got 24 hours in a day times 55,000, right? We're talking about 1,320,000, right? So obviously you're not going to do it 24/7, right? But if you can do 24 hours of cargo hauling in a week, right? You could get a meal in just a week. And let's just say we'll call it 6 days instead of 7, and have one day that you're off and you're not in the verse and you're living real life, right? That's 6, so that's 4 hours a day. 6 times 4, right? Not realistic for everybody, right? Everybody's not going to be able to play 4 hours a day, right? But you don't have to, right? That's just an estimate. That's just saying that you could do that, right? You literally could do that, but you don't have to, Even if you did enough just to get 1 million, right? So that's divided by 50K. That's 20. So you literally have to spend 20 hours. So let's say 5. If you did 4 hours times 5, right? Boom, you'd have it, right? So that gives you 2 days off where you're not playing at all, or spread out throughout, your whole week or whatever the case may be, which is not bad, right? That's not bad at all. At least in my humble opinion. But what's your thoughts? Do you think that's good? Do you think it's not good? Because they really want your feedback on that, because when you think about the economy, right? The economy is in development as well, so they want to know what's a good number. I feel like that's a good number. I feel like that actually feels pretty solid. I can get on here, do a couple of hours, make $100,000, 100,000 credits, right? And then be good for the day, right? Do that, for the week, have almost $1 million, right? And if I keep my expenditures to a minimum, don't lose any ships, right? This is a fairly safe way of doing that, right? So you could literally do it this way or not, right? Look at this. I really do love these cargo pods that they have. I wonder, can you open them individually? That would be cool if you could. That would be cool if you could, but no, it doesn't look like you can. Man, but you know what? I might end up doing too. It's just getting my Starfarer. Habitation. Getting my Starfarer, just going out to Pyro and just chilling to wait for people to run out of gas and call for like a refuel. You can do that. You can make a life as a, as a refueler. So cool. Looks so good though. That's my quantum drive. So you can't, I wonder, do you have to turn it off to get it, or is it just too big? It might be too big. I guess the only way I could really find out is if I pulled out the max lift tractor. These should be locked until the person who owns it opens it, or in your party. Can't do anything with that at the moment. Okay, what's the elevator? Look at this. It's a nice ship. It's a good addition to any industrial fleet or commercial fleet, for that matter. I think I do want to do one of these. Are those proteins? There's a lot of criminals right now. Or you bounty hunters out there. Let's click let's do the that. Yeah, I got some people who swear by staggered firing. wondering. I was like, why is it not showing? But that would make sense. I think it's this. No. There it is. Oof. That Connie's kind of jacked up there. Let's see if I could target it from here. May have to just. Yeah, it's gonna make me go to it. It's gonna be Yep, nope. That's fine. Put it to max speed and just head on over there. Excuse me. Yeah, so I hope everybody's day, week, weekend, holidays are going great. Just having a nice, peaceful trip. Enjoying the ambiance, the sounds, the music. Once they implement quantum boosting, problems like this won't exist either, because you'll be able to just kind of boost to the location without having to actually like quantum. So that's a thing, right? Now just imagine not having quantum in a game of this size and having to fly like this everywhere. That would be crazy. True to form, that would be the case, right? Because we haven't invented quantum yet, so. Mouse. I gotta get some sticks soon. There. But I don't want to go all the way into the asteroid field just yet. I'm gonna wait till I get a little bit closer to it. To the mission marker, that is. And then I'd like to do a dive bomb down into it, you know.
Shield on. Weapon systems on.
it. Easy peasy. Let's see if it has anything. I doubt it, but it's worth a shot. Faction Outlaws, huh? Alright. Let me just head out.
Shield on. Shield off.
Alright, well.
Quantum travel
I'm gonna
complete.
call that a stream. Yo, what's up, Ben?
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Asked you about worried about the ship fuses. Yeah, I remember that. Did you find out?
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Okay, nice. Well, you gotta let me know in the Discord, man. Yeah, we're not going to Pyro right now. Seraph, that's where we're going.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Ah, nice. Thanks for the heads up. Thanks for the tip.
Shield on.
Honestly, I probably never would have guessed that. Especially not at this moment, even though I know fabrication is gonna be like big anyway. Like it already makes like multi-tools and stuff like that, right?
Contact received.
Good try, whoever that is. But you're not gonna do damage in that little thing to this. You gotta pick something a little bit bigger next time. All right, and with that said, we're gonna go ahead and call